See, that's crazy because if I would have had that 5 minute one, if I would have had that 5 minute one instead of this 1 minute one that we had here, I think I could have made it. I think I could have made it, Devin.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. If I did, I woulda.
Can you do me a favor? I just need a quick favor. Before we
Sure.
actually go on, I just need 3 minutes. If you can convince me any of your hot takes, no Liv Morgan, no Roman Reigns, just a hot take that you have Devin Lee crimes that is gonna start an argument. Not a heated one. We don't want to go an hour and a half. But before we go live, can you explain to us what's on your mind that you have, but that a lot of people won't, that a lot of people will agree with as I'm doing something right now? Just give me like 3 minutes.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. See, dang, he said no Liv Morgan, no Roman, no none of my like OGs, man. It's all cool. It's all good. Um, look, we're gonna ruffle. I ain't gonna ruffle on feathers. Most of the time, most of the stuff I say, people agree with me. You, they be throwing rocks at you. But look, going into Money in the Bank, I feel like this is a really pivotal, important time. Either you have somebody cash in for Seth Rollins' World Heavyweight Championship or Roman's Undisputed Championship. But I feel like whoever gonna win should cash in and should be trying to aim for that World Heavyweight Championship. I feel like that was the whole thing of setting this up so that somebody winning that Money in the Bank won't be all in a chokehold because Roman ain't gonna give up the belts anytime soon. So on saying that, I'm already go ahead and put my pick out there. I want LA Knight to win this thing. Now I ain't saying he got to go cash in and be instantly World Heavyweight Champion, but look, either they gonna have to start racking up some wins for my dude, which they kind of started a little bit. He needs something because look, everybody mess with him for the most part. And the thing is, it's hard enough already to get people to get a pop for you when you come out to say your catchphrases with you. So I mean, WWE always want to strike something else hot when it's ready. Why not with LA Knight? Give Buddy a inter. Well, no, I forgot Gunther's on Raw now. Austin Theory, he can get that thing up, that United States Championship. Let LA Knight get a good mid, a little mid run, and go from there. He can already talk, present it. So come on now. I was at the barbershop, and my barber literally yelled outside and said, "L.A. Knight," and the man whose hair he just cut was like, "Yeah." Like, come on, man, you can't. Come on, that's contagious right there. Contagious. So that's my little pick right there. I don't know if that was 3 minutes.
Did you? No, that was beautiful, and I actually really am highly impressed, and I couldn't appreciate you more, man. Like that's why
Man, I pulled all that stuff off the back of my hand.
like having you on the show has been the greatest thing we could have ever done. But here, man, if you could repeat, not everything, but what was this the whole thing?
Oh, pretty much I'm pushing for LA Knight to push.
You pushing LA Knight? Dang, what you doing?
No, I'm behind like trips. I'm like pushing trips, like push him. He like, hey, what you doing? I'm like, push him. And we going back and forth. And then LA Knight be like, yeah, get it? See? It all makes sense. All I'm saying is, look, LA Knight, he can talk. Dude, buddy got major charisma. I'm trying to say that in the best way possible. And the crowd behind him. And that's the thing. Like, look at Austin Theory. It's hard to get people to believe in him. And he got a championship. You got LA Knight. He even survived the whole, what was it? When he was like Maxine's like, he was somebody Dupree. I can't think of it right now. Which I'm glad because he didn't need it. But yeah, he survived, scraping by the maximum male models. Like, come on. Like, even going through that after night, that Mountain Dew after pitch black match with Bray Wyatt. He's still over from that. Like, some people would have just ended up on main event. No offense to main event. Yeah, but it's people like that you can throw them down so low and the crowd gonna still care about them. Them the ones you gotta really like try to capitalize on. Because there's some people that lose and people be like, well, whatever. I don't care. That's like Bianca, like when she lost at SummerSlam 2021. It was terrible when we saw it, but she still remained hot all the way to when she reclaimed, well, not reclaimed, but won the Raw Women's Championship. Them the type of people you gotta capitalize on. People that can look out for themselves.
Nah, I agree, but I think we're looking at Zack Ryder here, man. A guy that can get himself over, a guy that can do a lot, but WWE doesn't really see much in the guy. And with no fault to him, I'm just saying in terms of behavioral treatment by WWE, he's Zack Ryder. I'm not saying he's Zack Ryder personally, but the way he's being treated, Zack Ryder. Going to be, at least.
Just like seeing, like, think about Zack Ryder back in like 2020, like early 2012. It kind of hurt when you were saying
that. In a wheelchair, getting wheeled off and thrown off, and like,
yeah, I'm saying, LA Knight getting pushed off a wheelchair, John Cena kissing his girlfriend, like,
right, I'm just saying he just gonna show that he's over. The crowd gonna get behind him, but WWE just not gonna do nothing. That's all it is. Not no woo, and he's just walking around, just getting
man,
pretty much thrown
was
out
fire.
Room. He's like, yeah,
I used to play that when I was driving to school.
They're like, yeah, let's put the belt on him, but let's have him lose it the next day, just cause. Like, let's change our mind. That was that whole thing. You want to win at WrestleMania? Go ahead, but you're losing tomorrow. As soon as you walk in this door, you're losing this belt. You can win.
That's what they told Rey Mysterio.
It's a Rey Mysterio. Yeah, you can win that belt. Go ahead, but you're gonna get your ass beat for 3 months. You can have this title, but you're just gonna get because man, Randy Orton and Kurt Angle was giving him the beats even during his title run. But man, let's start this show. We didn't even start the show yet. We got to get it together. Hello, all, and welcome to the Heel Turn Podcast. I'm your host, Isaiah Jackson Jr. Devin Lee Crowns alongside me. Devin, how you doing today?
Doing much better than I was 5 minutes ago, to be honest.
5 minutes
ago.
Like that. We just went live, 6 minutes ago? You were just depressed a minute ago? Like, in that minute we was there?
I wouldn't say depressed, but I was like, feeling pretty mid. Here we go. Mid.
Oh, it was because of the speech. I was like, can you tell us something for 3 minutes? Oh my God.
Especially when he told me I couldn't talk about my main heavy hitters. He was like, no Liv Morgan, no Roman. I'm like, all right.
That's because I was like, Devin, give us a 3 minute. Well, this is what Roman Reigns has got. I'm like, whoa, like, relax. It's like we need some time.
But see, that's not what I would have said. I would have gave y'all some more complexity,
This is why Liv Morgan could beat China and Alundra Braze at the same time. This is why. If Liv Morgan could beat Roman Reigns in arm wrestling, then I can prove it.
Okay. I wasn't gonna go that far. See, this man. Some people, they may just go out the front door, but you literally just go from the living room all the way to the mailbox.
If Liv Morgan was in Hulk Hogan's spot, she would flip over Andre the Giant. She would body slam Andre the Giant.
You know what? She just bite. And people like you are gonna be like, I can't believe that she did that. That didn't make no thing. And Liv Morgan over Andre the Giant. It's probably a problem.
That's the problem because it's people like you. Did you see Liv Morgan flip Andre the Giant? I could do anything. Like, no, we can't do anything. Like, we have limits to ourselves. Liv Morgan has a limit for now.
See?
We got to start putting limits and expectations. Because with no expectations comes heartbreak. Ain't that right, Devin?
Somebody been watching Spider-Man.
I didn't even know. Is that really a Spider-Man reference?
Yeah, it was something that the MJ was saying. Don't expect. It was something like what you just said with that negativity quote.
Was that Zendaya that said it, or was it Emma Stone, or was it who said it?
Zendaya.
It was Zendaya. That's him. So I ain't got
maybe something like Triple H.
I was like, I ain't got my romantic music. I can't. But Devin, do you want to start off light? Do you want to start off light, or do you just want to get angry? Well, it's mainly gonna be me. But do you want to get angry?
Man, let's start off. Let's get angry. Let's go ahead. Because starting off all light, might as well just. Who want to end it on angry note? Who want to go to bed mad like some people?
Let's get right into it. The reason
busting your pillow.
The reason why we were stalling is because I had to get some audio, and I actually tied up the audio douchebag. It's not really his name, but we'll get into it a little while longer. I just had to hurry up while Devin was doing his soliloquy. But man, look, we got to talk about these wrestling journalists, and now this has become a big thing because we're seeing the likes of Sean Ross Sapp getting attacked on a daily basis. We don't see it that much with Denise Salcedo, not really. She's kind of a little bit on the positive side, but PW Insider, you got Brian Alvarez, the big man Dave Meltzer. You know, you got those heavy hitters, those guys, and they get criticized a lot. They get criticized for what they do. They get criticized for who they are. You know, it could be fake news. You know, that's coming from either the wrestlers, that's coming from either us, you know, just speculating. But all in all, they've made a name for themselves. We know for a fact if it's coming from one of those 4 or 5 people, this is a real story. You know, this is a factual, at least 98%. 90 to 98%. But now we got to get into the realms of this media scrum. This AEW media scrum. And Devin, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I heard this, I texted you. I actually was texting you. You actually left me on red because I said I wrote you a book. And you was like, I ain't gonna read all that and fell asleep.
It was too much venom.
It was I was
like,
eager.
man.
I was pissed. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Because for those that don't know, I do TV work. I do TV. I just got out of radio, so now I do TV. And I do media stuff for a living. And there's things that you should and shouldn't do. And I've been told when I've done things that I shouldn't have done, or when I've seen people do stuff that I shouldn't have done, they've told me straight up, you're not getting hired. We would look at you and just walk away and be disgusted. Like you're just one of those millennials. You know, like you're just like these are people in the industry, in the media business. Now, granted, this is sports and you can say what you want about wrestling, but these are actual guys that are telling me straight up, like, you don't cheer. Yeah, I live in Arizona. I have to go to Diamondbacks games. If a Diamondbacks player get a hit, I have to sit there motionless. If I cheer, they ain't gonna kick me out. But every professional person in that room is gonna be like, this is an unprofessional MFer, and I will never have him on my team ever again. Ever. Like, that's straight up. I've seen it and I've been told it before. So when you get MFers, I'm censoring myself. When you get people like this guy, hold on. Devin, can you hear that? Is that too loud?
I would just boot. There you go. That should be right.
You sure? Are you looking at me turning it down?
Hold on. Yeah, hold on.
You said it. Devin's the volume setter. There you go. So Devin, okay. I'm gonna play this audio. This is from Righteous Reg in the AEW Media Scrum. Asking a question to Brian Danielson. Here it goes.
Righteous Reg, Grapsity Podcast. I'm sorry for being a mark, everybody. Brian Danielson, you're the greatest professional wrestler of our generation, and we are privileged to be able to watch you anytime. You had a very busy schedule to start the year, but it's kind of been not as busy recently. How does it feel to kind of get back in there with this?
Okay, let's stop this. Now, I assume Devin's going to be right back, but I heard this and I just immediately got heated. And the only reason why is because we've gotten to a point to where none of this matters anymore. Tony Khan brought in these guys that are pretty much fans. He's brought in fans to ask questions. These are fans asking questions at this point. So no matter what these guys write about, no matter what these guys say, no matter what these guys print out, it's gonna be biased. And it's not gonna make sense. Let me take this do-rag off, man. Let me get my life together. But it's just a matter of it just bothered the living hell out of me, because in what world can you go into your job and just marked out over somebody and be available in this? Because what would they say if you try to get WWE credentials? Like, you're gonna sound childish. They're not gonna take you when WWE does press conferences and stuff like this. I've never seen anything like that. Never. And I'm not trying to compare the two, but because it's an everybody thing. But I just think like that was just insanely unnecessary. Like, my man was so upset that he left. Like, I promise you.
I'm telling you, it was just like you ain't finna listen to this. You ain't gonna hear it because it's just going,
Well, do you
all this.
want to listen to it or?
No, I've heard it. I don't mean like that. Yeah, I
Well,
dipped out, but I heard it prior to it.
well, before I go on, your thoughts.
Look, man, that is to me the whole sum of these media scrums for like AEW. It's just like not even from this one. Like it's been plenty of times like people will go and go, "Oh my god, you're so amazing," da 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 da. And you know what? The thing is, it's nothing wrong with showing any admiration for your favorite wrestlers or anything. But when you're a journalist, no, like there's lines in the sand that you cannot cross. Now, if you want to go cross those lines in the sand, then don't be a journalist. Be a fan. Be a spectator. But if you want to be in those lines, I can't speak on it as true as maybe you can, because that's more your expertise, that's your field. But just from what I do know and just profession in general, just lines you just can't cross. Because then it comes off not so taking it seriously in a way, obviously. Taking that person asking the question seriously.
Well, I made this comment, and I just want you to correct me if I was wrong. I said I've never seen this in a WWE media scrum. Has anything like this happened in the WWE media scrum?
Not necessarily, no. I mean, it's people that'll go like, "Oh, this is a great show" and everything, but it's never like individually like, "Oh my God, Roman, I knew you was gonna win. I already knew you."
Like
Every time, every time you hit a spear, I knew it was over. It's not that. People will just congratulate them for the work they did for the show. That's about it.
that's the thing, Devin. Look, man, I love this man with all my heart. But if we're at a media scrum and you're like, hey, Devin Crimes, hey, Roman, Devin Crimes of the Heel Turn Podcast, everybody, I don't care if your baby is in the womb and doesn't have arms yet. Tell him to raise his head up and acknowledge the tribal chief because I love him so very much. And if he can touch me, then I can gain his abilities and anything that he has in life. I will happily have him touch my body. Roman,
See, that would make me look like a joke. I mean, it's one thing on here for me to praise him.
Freaking that question made him look like a freaking joke, man. He throw everything that he does. I don't care how many followers he has, man. Throw everything he does out the window.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like, it's like you said it like you wanted me to go right. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'll be right back. Like,
I can care less, bro. Like, the thing about this is, I don't care if he beats us by 20,000 followers. That man could have 1.5 million. I could care less. At the end of the day, you're unprofessional. And the crazy part is, and I'm gonna say this, Devin. I don't care who hears this. It really hurt me that he was black. It did. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that at all. He didn't sound like it. It's not a problem. It's definitely not a problem. I was just saying he just didn't sound like it. So it threw me off guard. But here's the thing: the media scrum isn't to glizzy eat. Like the media scrum isn't to sit there and just pretty much worship the guys that you're. Because if that's the case, you shouldn't even be in that room to begin with. How if you're going into AEW media scrum? Oh my God, Kenny Omega! I just appreciate everything that you do, and you're just like if you're gonna do all that and then go next door to WWE, you really think WWE is going to give you credentials to their media scrum when all you did was just pretty much what's the word? Do Felicio in the AEW media scrum? Like, I'm trying to be as clean as possible, but this dude was meat riding. This dude was glizzy eating. Like, this man would look. I'm sorry. I can give you everything under the book. The man, look, man. The man was an AEW Twinkie. That's what he is. Let's put it like that. He an AEW Twinkie. If you could get that little reference, go ahead and get that little reference. But that's what he was. At the end of the day, I just really think that was just unprofessional. It really didn't make any sense. And if AEW is really bringing guys like that into their media scrum, why would I even want to watch it? Like, we're over here talking about the YouTube channel that was being a little biased, and so I, personally, I stopped watching them, and that's just them getting a little biased. But we got reporters. Why would I care about anything this man write if all he's gonna do is let me tell you why Bryan Danielson is the greatest wrestler in all the world and you should worship him? Like, bro, relax. Number one, relax yourself. These are human beings. Like, to be honest, it would piss me off if I was in that room and he just, I'm sorry, everybody, but we have to worship somebody. Nigga, just like, he's just like, we have to worship somebody. Like, what did you talk? Like, does that make sense? Like, wouldn't you say this? You would have that same reaction. Like, what did you? This, like, I love Bryan. I love John Cena as much as the next guy. But if John Cena walked into the room and was like, hey, what are you doing? You're not bowing down. What? You're not bowing? No, I'm not Nikki Bella, bro. What are you talking about? Like, get above me. Like, Devin, it's this. Yeah, your final thoughts to this, because I can just go on and it'll just make it worse for myself.
I can see the notice lamp. No, I mean, like I said, it makes sense that's how it's hitting you, because that's your field, which you put time into. And I look at it just as just where you are, who you are, and the way you convey yourself and how it's going to be received. And what I'm saying with that is just like a regular press conference. Like, say if it was like the NBA finals or something, you're like, oh my God, Jimmy Butler, you know what? Y'all may be down one, but you're like the best player ever. I promise you. Like, what is this? Who are you? Are you a fan? Or are you a reporter? Are you here to actually get true insight? Or are you here for yourself?
That's what it sounds like.
So that's how I look at it. I'm just like, are you there for yourself, or are you there to actually, further, not your fanboyism for your favorite wrestlers?
Yeah, man. There's just outside of Sean Ross Sapp and them, I've never seen. I think there's no such thing as wrestling journalism. Like, if you're not under Dave Meltzer and them, Sean Ross Sapp and Fightful, there ain't no such thing. Like, there's people like, and they don't even got to be people like us. It could be people like Clark Street. It could be people like Justin, who I know Justin would ask some legit questions. Why is CM Punk ugly ass coming back, Tony Khan? Like
I want to see that. I'm sorry. I kind of want to see that.
I can see Justin coming in here asking some serious ass questions. Like, that's somebody who I can see somebody in the room and be like, he's serious. He cares about he's gonna put out. But if you're just, oh my God, I can just throw up right now because John Moxley is in front of me. Can you cut me? Can you just cut my forehead, please? Just cut my forehead, please. I just want to bleed like you. Like, now it's just unnecessary. So I got that off my chest. I can eliminate his unnecessary audio that I clipped. That was stupid. But so we're just gonna run this through real quickly. WWE's Emma and Riddick Moss has announced their engagement. Emma said, I said yes a million times in my head before you even asked. So they announced their engagement via Instagram. Congratulations to the two. Devin, any comments?
Oh, that's amazing. Congratulations to those two.
Yeah, definitely congratulations to the two. Also, congratulations to some more WWE superstars, because two wrestlers qualified for the WWE Money in the Bank ladder match, Zelina Vega and LA Knight, have qualified on Friday.
Yeah.
Zelina Vega became the first person to qualify for the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. She beat Lacey Evans with a code red. Thank God, because if Lacey Evans won, I'd have a fit. And so, with that being said, LA Knight defeated Montez Ford. Any questions or problems with that?
No, not at all. Only because of the way it went. Like, the way it was built up was like anybody could have won that one. And it was just LA Knight just decided to get the upper hand by grabbing the ropes. So for me, that doesn't make Montez look like terrible, but it does put LA Knight in a spot that I was hoping he would get into, which is into the Money in the Bank match. Yeah, it's gonna be a spot for Montez. I'm pretty sure he could find a way to get in there.
I don't know.
That match definitely needs him.
I think Montez Ford needed this one. I think he needs this to go to the next level. I think it's time. I feel like we're just letting time fly by. He's not getting any younger. I feel like right now we're just fumbling the bag here. LA Knight's cold. I'm not trying to say that nothing like LA Knight don't deserve it. I really think he do. But I think the two pairings was pretty messed up. So I
Could
really
have
think
definitely put them both in separate matches.
I think there'll be at least one person that Montez Ford could take like that. When there's one spot that Montez Ford could take over somebody else, it's just a matter of who. But going into that, on top of that, qualifying matches began on Monday Night Raw with Shinsuke Nakamura becoming one of the men to qualify. And this guy that Devin said does absolutely nothing. Devin called this man like a loser, like some weirdo, some short bald head loser. I don't know. That's what I guess I'm just going off what Devin was thinking. But
You talking about Ricochet? I ain't saying he was a loser. He is bald though.
That's qualified for the Money in the Bank ladder match. And it's crazy because, apparently he just don't do nothing, He just be doing that flippy bull. That's
what do he be doing though? Like him and Braun just be doing anything.
And I think it's also worth mentioning Braun is injured, which is probably one of the reasons why. Well, one of the two reasons why Ricochet's in here. Another reason being that he flips really far high and he's gonna do something pretty dope, RVD, Jeff Hardy style. So you kind of need that excitement, that attraction. He's always gonna be in a ladder match because of that. So you kind of need one of him there. But yeah, that's the thing, He's there to do something, He's there to actually do something.
Not to win, but to just do something.
It's cool,
do something before do something.
Why is she? Oh my god, man! She is always trending. It pisses me off for nothing. Literally for nothing. I'm scrolling through and it's literally nothing. Like, it's Liv Morgan. Like every time I go on Twitter, it's like Liv Morgan's trending, and I'm like,
look at that, because that should tell you. That should tell you that's star power. You wish you could log in and see Jamie Hayter was trending every day. I'm not saying it'd be a problem if she was, but it ain't happening.
Nah, she didn't have to be because she was World Women's Champion. She was holding the AEW Women's Division together. Liv Morgan couldn't do that. She couldn't hold a division together. She could, you know what division she could hold them together? The NXT Women's Division. But Devin don't want that to happen because that's a demotion.
No, it's not necessary.
It's 100% necessary, but it's necessary for. Let's just move on. Let's not do this today. WWE unveils a new undisputed WWE Universal Championship belt. It was presented by Triple H. Yeah, prior to Roman Reigns' 1,000 day celebration, Triple H came out and presented Roman Reigns with a new championship, which is similar. It's just pretty much a similar design. It's just gold. That's literally all it is. But Devin, your thoughts on the belt?
It's gonna take some getting used to, and it's crazy to say that because it's literally just the same like belt, just the background's gold. But I mean, look, he ain't gotta walk around with Paul Heyman carrying both, obviously, and it'll probably ease people who are like, okay, well, we just had two belts now. Relax, take a breath. It's gonna be all right.
Do you think that the other belt is still a downgrade, or did you ever think it was a downgrade?
I never thought that at all because, like I said, I always looked at it like if you're gonna look at it that way from the beginning, then it's gonna always be that then. So to even flip that, you got to go ahead and look at it like, look, we're gonna make this the best we can make it. Because look, at the end of the day, it's a championship, and the championship only gonna matter as much as you make it matter. These mid-card championship belts being more now than they did a year ago. They weren't being defended on pay-per-views. They were only being defended maybe on a SmackDown real quick. And all you got to do is just flip that around, make tournaments, make people fighting for it. And that's all you got to do for the World Heavyweight Championship. Just make it something people want. And it's going to be what somebody want. It's that simple.
I mean, yeah, but even then, with Seth Rollins, I feel like obviously he's going to make it what it is. He's going to make that belt. He's going to take it to the moon and then some. But it's just a matter of with AJ Styles coming out. Yeah, it's a secondary belt. Hell yeah, it is. Yeah. And Seth is just Roman. Like, bro, I felt like them themselves are making this title less meaningful. Now I'm just saying that now. It'll definitely change, but just right now, it just It just seems like it's less meaningful just by how they're portraying it as of now.
I just got to be. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, it just, like, you know, the old strong bad split. Like, this is our championship. This is what we fight for. We could care less what y'all fighting for over there on SmackDown. That's all they need.
I mean, yeah, it's just up to them right now. It's that bro right now. It's just up to them to make sure this belt is just as good as it can be. But do you think an Undertaker show is as good as it can be? Would you ever show up at an Undertaker event, a one-man show, brother?
I don't think I would, and this is no offense to him.
Yes, it is.
I just look. I mean, the thing is, it's just what we need to laugh and talk about. Like, it's just
what we need to laugh and talk. Like I said, ain't nothing funny.
Well, that's how he approaches it. He's like, oh, you know, my leg. I wish I could have did better.
Have you seen any of it? Oh man, I really wanted to see if he's seen any of it because I don't want to go at all.
No, and it's no offense. Just I ain't gonna slide.
My bad. You have froze a little bit. If you could just start that just from the very beginning of that school.
Oh, my fault. No, yeah, no. If the Undertaker was in town doing his show, I definitely would not slide. And I just not trying to sit down and listen to old dead man stories.
Old dead man stories, he said.
Hey, that's what he was.
That sounds like ageism.
Ageism. I don't mess with dead people. Like, it's just,
I'm trying to.
Like, you dead? I ain't coming.
Let me see. I'm trying to get more details into this show that he's putting out. I'm not promoting it because look.
Cause look, I would actually go.
I wrote.
You want to hear old dead man stories?
Yeah, see, that was the thing. I refuse to go because all he gonna do is go out there and complain. At the end of the day,
that's what I was trying to say. I mean, if it was gonna be like a long show of him on the stage and it's just like that last ride on Netflix, I'm not trying to hear that. I want to hear the good stuff about your career at this point. Like, you know, we already know how tough it is. Not personally, but we've heard it and we can believe it and we can see it. We ain't got to constantly hear about that, though. If I got to hear how disappointed you was about WrestleMania 34 one more time, what's going to fix that? Dumb.
You right, man. It just don't make any sense. See, and it's like the Dead Man show that take place. Now, this one, I just picked up an old one. And he's just talking about his career. Dead Man Show comes to Las Vegas. Now available. Marshall, I think this is an old one as well. But if all he's just gonna do, he's not funny. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to clown the man, but from what I've seen, he's not really the funniest man out there. So I mean, if he's going there, so I'm trying to read one of his quotes. He said, "Once I gave a speech at the Hall of Fame, that's when we figured we might have something as far as a show or ability to connect to the audience in a different way." He said he opens up while speaking with the news. He says he opens up about what led him to an unexpected post-retirement career. An unexpected post-retirement, okay, where he has openly shared backstage secrets and stories from his time in the ring. Throughout his iconic career, The Undertaker rarely broke character and let in on his secrets of the pro wrestling world. But that changed after he was inducted to the Hall of Fame. So in these stories, he's just pretty much giving out free game as to his life and all that. And he says, we have 30 plus years of life experiences, stories, funny stories, sad stories, insights on things that happened to me over the years, and I wasn't really ready to be done with this business. Does that still make you want to go?
No. And like I said, it's no offense at all. Like, he right. It's 30 plus years of experience, and somebody out there probably want to hear these stories. Just not me. I mean, really, you can only say it once. I got enough at the Hall of Fame ceremony. They put me to sleep. So I'm not trying to disrespect him by going to see him live, and he got to look at me like this. You know, what's more disrespectful, me just not going or me falling asleep?
Well, but that's the thing. If you do your post-show speech, you both will be knocked out. So I feel like you both. I think it'll just be a win-win if you both could just knock each other out. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying?
You funny. That's all I got to say. I ain't think I was gonna have to be nowhere involved in this. You got jokes, man. Hey, we put everybody to sleep in. That'd be a whole new business. Like people that get struggle sleeping, insomnia. You know, just have me and Undertaker talk to y'all. Put you straight to sleep. No NyQuil, no none of that.
See why I
Had
do that
nobody
when
knock you out. Just let us.
why do that when I got the Sandman? Every time he comes up, pocket sand, he just pops.
Look, you got the Sandman and the Dead Man. Come on, man.
The Sandman and the Dead Man. See, man, I don't want to do this, but let's.
Vicious tag team.
The vicious tag team. Oh my goodness, no, I can't. I don't want to live in a world where it's something like that. Not that at least. But Devin, is there anything on your mind? Is there anything that's been going on in the rest of the world to you that's been itching at you, that's been bothering you? I know I asked you about you going off about, what's been one of your hot takes, but just any news, anything that you heard, anything that you've seen, social media wise, that just kind of threw you off. So anything that's just on your mind whatsoever.
You know, it's tough because I actually been trying to do a lot better. I've been trying to get a lot of that negative stuff out of my head. Like how I previously felt about the TNT title. I have you to thank for that. Because yeah, your buddy was about to lose it because it wasn't making no sense. But what I'm trying to get at here is I kind of found a pretty good medium here of trying to navigate and move around all the garbage of what people be saying. Like how we kind of alluded to earlier. So with that, well, cause see, look, I like previously, like I told you about, I told you about Righteous Reg before. Righteous Reg, there we go. And look, it's just that's what I'm saying. That's why I keep my ear open to that, so that when we ever had these type of things, I already know where we coming from, who we going against, what's on the table. Because look, there's nothing wrong with liking anything, all right? It's just a thing where if it's ridiculous, don't sit here and try to fight for it. That's like people trying to fight and defend. I don't even know who it was in that rampage that just happened, and everybody was flipping for almost a minute. And you got people getting all upset. Well, if this happened in WWE, you be foaming at the mouth. No, I wouldn't, because it's stupid. The thing is, look, people are already gonna look at wrestling in a funny lens anyway. Why make that even worse? Why make it even easier to look at it sideways? Why? That's the whole point. You're trying to make people not look at it that way, trying to fool them for a good hot second, even if it's for a hot second. But if everybody gonna stand around and jump around like it's a choreographed number, no. And then people try to defend that. And see, it's people like that. I go, no, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother. Because there's no hope for you at all. Because if it was, you would have found something in the past 3 years.
Yeah, so that goes to somebody like Righteous Reg, man.
It ain't no hope for some people.
There's no hope for not at all.
And I'm not saying that like I know everything, but at the end of the day, some things make sense and some things don't.
Oh no, if you have any type of superstar in your profile picture, I just assume that you're either a WWE psychotic weirdo or a AEW psychotic weirdo, or you're just a weirdo in general. So I mean, like, I try to avoid those. On top of that, it's just weird because you always get sucked into an argument with some weirdo.
Exactly.
I do have power rankings for both AEW and WWE. This was updated 2 days ago. Devin, are you interested?
I am. Especially now we throwing in AEW. See, we ain't gonna just focus on. I ain't gonna even start. I ain't gonna get started.
Well, here is the top 10 power rankings for AEW. I'm gonna give you the 10 through 8. Number 10, then I'll give you reactions. I'll just go 3 and then I'll finish off with the 2. So the last 3 that we have. Number 10, Jade Cargill. It says despite the loss, Cargill did in fact win a match against Taya Valkyrie before dropping the belt, so she stays there. Number 9, House of Black. They defeated the Acclaimed at Double or Nothing in their new open house rules match. And number 8, Toni Storm. Toni Storm is now a 2-time AEW Women's Champion after winning against Jamie Hayter in AEW Double or Nothing. Any problems with the 10 through 8?
So far, no. I think
I
they're
feel
in a
like
good spot.
I feel like one of them should be higher. I don't know, but we'll get into that in a minute. 7 through 5. Number 7, Adam Cole picked up 2 huge victories, defeating Chris Jericho at Double or Nothing and teaming up with Britt Baker to beat Jericho and Saraya, whatever his name is. Number 6, Swerve Strickland was not only the final person eliminated in the Blackjack Battle Royal, but he will now be getting a one-on-one match against Orange Cassidy for the AEW International Championship. And number 5, the BCC. But most notably, it says Wheeler Yuta has had a banger of the week. He picked up a win at the Anarchy at the Arena match. He also defeated Bandito and the Lucha Bros with Wheeler Yuta scoring the pinfall, and after pinning Kenny Omega at Double or Nothing. So Adam Cole number 7, Swerve Strickland number 6, the BCC number 5. Your thoughts?
Yeah. Seems fair. Seems fair to me. Maybe the top people will throw me off.
Well, number 4, Orange Cassidy. Great reign. He won the Blackjack Battle Royal, and now he has to defend against Swerve Strickland. Number 3 was Chris Statlander. She returned to become TBS champion after beating Jade Cargill. Number 2, MJF is the face of AEW, winning the Fatal 4-Way, obviously, and continues to talk his crap on the mic. And number 1, Konosuke Takeshita. So obviously, pretty much came in the Anarchy in the Arena match, betrayed Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks at Double or Nothing, and now Don Callis is his new manager, and now he's gonna have a push to be the new young heel in the company. But Konosuke Takeshita is number 1. Do you want me to give you 10 through 1 all over again?
No.
Well, I'm gonna do it already. I'm gonna just do it in general. I'm sorry. I was like, I'm gonna just do it anyway. I'm sorry. Just for
what? If I had no choice, what was?
It was because I asked, and then I thought about it. I'm like, well, the people are listening. Let me just recap it. I'm sorry. And then you said no, so I'm like, well, my bad. Well, I'm sorry to tell you.
Because I thought if I would have said, yeah, you can't remember nothing.
Well, I didn't think about it. I was like, well, I didn't. I was just like, well, I asked Devin, but I'm like, well, I didn't think about the audience. So I'm like, it wasn't a you thing. It was an audience thing. I apologize. But number 10, Jade Cargill. Number 9, House of Black. 8, Tony Storm. 7, Adam Cole. 6, Swerve Strickland. 5, the BCC, most notably Wheeler Yuta. Number 4, Orange Cassidy. 3, Chris Statlander. 2, MJF. 1, Konosuke Takeshita. Now, I apologize, Devin. Your thoughts on the list as a whole?
No, you good. Because it did help me kind of reshuffle my cards. I would move Tony Storm past Adam Cole, if anything, because, I mean, granted, Adam Cole, fighting Chris Jericho and won, but I feel like it really gained the championship. So I will move her up past him.
I mean, in all honesty, I think Tony Storm, Swerve Strickland should be at least a 9. House of Black has been taking W's for the longest. They should at least be around number 6. I think Swerve Strickland and Adam Cole. Adam Cole has been getting a decent amount of wins, so he can stay at number 7. Orange Cassidy just needs to be at number 1 every week because the man just doesn't lose. MJF has to be number 2 because Orange Cassidy just never loses. The man literally never loses. So, I mean, there's no way you can not have him at number 1. But, yeah, that was the list for AEW. Konosuke Takeshita, I think he should have been at least a number 7. Like, bro, you just got here. Like, I mean, you haven't done nothing since you did this huge thing, since you betrayed Kenny Omega. No. So, I mean, you wasn't on this list prior. So, get out of my face. But let's go into WWE. We're going to number 10, Gunther continues his year-long IC championship reign, beating Mustafa Ali and Night of Champions. Number 9, LA Knight. He scored a victory over Montez Ford on Friday Night SmackDown. Number 8, Trish Stratus and Zoe Stark. And we have number 7, the Judgment Day. Any thoughts on 10 through 7?
Just with how consistent Gunther's been, I wouldn't put him at number 10. I kind of would want to put him at above LA Knight only because LA Knight just now is starting to rack up a win. Whereas with Gunther, like that's all he's been doing. So I don't know. I don't think LA Knight deserved to be yet, in that spot over Gunther in terms of momentum.
Then you have number 6, Carmelo Hayes. Defended this title twice in the past week, defeating Braun Breaker at Battleground, and then beating Noam Dar on NXT TV. So, Carmelo Hayes, number 6. Roman Reigns, number 5. Officially passed 1,000 days as champion. However, it was a mixed bag for Reigns on TV. Failed to capture the tag team titles due to the bloodline imploding. And he did receive his new belt, but Solo Sikoa attacked his brethren. Number 4 is Asuka. The new look, Asuka broke out for Bianca Belair. The record-setting Raw Women's Championship was crazy. She spray-sprayed mist on her fingers and beat Bianca Belair. Number 3, Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton won a Battleground to win the NXT Women's Championship, and it looks like she's on her way to being the number 1. And I'm going to just finish this off. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at number 2. Obviously, for obvious reasons. And Seth Rollins, number 1 for obvious reasons. So, in capping this all off, 10, Gunther. 9, LA Knight. 8, Trish Stratus and Zoe Stark. 7, Judgment Day, mainly Rhea Ripley. 6, Carmelo Hayes. 5, Roman Reigns. 4, Asuka. 3, Tiffany Stratton. 2, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And 1, Seth Rollins. Your thoughts on the list?
I think it makes sense. Looking at besides when I said about Gunther and LA Knight, but everybody else who's moved up and then earned the spots they're in from the type of matches that they've won. Like Tiffany Stratton just won in the NXT Women's Championship for the first time, and Asuka regaining a SmackDown Raw Women's Championship. That's confusing. So and Kevin and Sammy, as much as I can't stand them, they did retain another champions against Roman and Solo, so it makes sense for them to be number 2. And Seth, our new World Heavyweight Champion.
You think if Gunther was fighting competition, that he'd be higher on the list? Because I mean, going up against Mustafa. I mean, am I being honest? Has he broken?
No, you got a point. No, you got a point. Yeah, probably. It's kind of his like little chill time from like when he was defending against like Drew and Sheamus and stuff like that, where it's like, okay, he could have probably lost it. I think, yeah, if he was against more competitive competition, yeah, which I think will be turning because he can't just be fighting anybody.
And they actually do the combo power rankings. They combine them together. Here we go right here. I'll just go 20 to 10, and then I'll stop, ask you a question, and then we just finish it off. 20, this is combined all together. 20, Jade Cargill. 19, House of Black. 18, Gunther. 17, LA Knight. 16, Trish Stratus. 15, Tony Storm. 14, Adam Cole. 13, Judgment Day and Rhea Ripley. 12, Swerve Strickland. 11, Carmelo Hayes. And 10, Roman Reigns. Any problem with that, Devin?
Pretty fair.
9,
overall.
Asuka. Oh, my bad.
No, I said overall. My bad.
9, Asuka. 8, the BCC with Willa Yuta. 7, Orange Cassidy. 6, Tiffany Stratton. 5, Chris Statlander. 4, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. 3, MJF. 2, Konosuke Takeshita. And 1, the best one of them all, Seth freaking Rollins. No problem at all with that list, huh?
That works. As long as, Seth Rollins was number 1, because if it was the same as AEW, then I would be like, yeah, buddy, you just got here. Like, Seth Rollins been fighting through this tournament to get to this point.
Right, man. And you've been fighting hard to get a win with this book. Man. We got to bring this book out. I can't lie to you. We might be
He's slamming that book like I'm supposed to be scared.
We might be looking at 3. We might be looking at 3 questions here. But Devin, if I ask you a question about the honky talk man, are you confident you'll get it?
3 ain't enough, man. I need 5. Sorry.
Do you think you can answer a honky talk man question?
I sure can.
You can? I feel like you can.
Yup. Hey, if I would have said that, then I've already lost.
I ain't say no more then. Let's get into this quiz.
That's my final answer, and I'm saying it with my chest.
You saying it with your chest?
Yes.
Your chest is correct. Final answer?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Wow. Wow.
And I'm me.
Devin Lee Grimes. I got nothing to say to this. Here, let's get this first answer wrong already.
Dang.
Well, you said you can answer this honky tonk man question. Not highly. I really don't think you can. But honky tonk man was 6'1", 243 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee. Title history IC champion. What was the name of his finishing move?
It was dang, I didn't think that's the street we was gonna go down. You know, I was in the neighborhood, but I went on that street, you know. The honky tonk man's finish. Dang, okay. Wow.
See, I wouldn't have asked it. I wouldn't have gave you the question if he was like, well, yeah.
I had to believe myself. I just didn't think he was. I thought he was gonna be like, oh, who beat him for the Intercontinental, championship or something. Dang, what the heck was this man doing? You know what? Hey, look. You know, a lot of people that win series, they never win game one anyway. So you know what I mean.
Fine. I'll ask you a similar question. It's still a honky tonk question. But
Okay.
You gave me an idea. The honky tonk man's record-breaking IC championship reign came to an abrupt halt when the Ultimate Warrior dethroned him at SummerSlam 1988 in a match that lasted this long. How long was the match between Honky Tonk Man and the Ultimate Warrior?
I know it was under a minute. I'm gonna just say like 43 seconds.
Final answer?
Yes.
Man, if you would have like trusted your gut and went half, you would have got it right. 30 seconds. The match was.
Dang. Look, I gave him more time than he deserved.
One reason why I knew that is because it was an Ultimate Warriors documentary, and I watched it before I knew he was racist. So it's like I had to explain myself.
I thought maybe you see he gonna be like me. I just watched it yesterday. That's why.
Well, here goes another one you'll get wrong. This man is 4'4", 135 pounds. Title history cruiserweight championship. Of course, Devin, who am I talking about? 4'4", 135 pounds from Ireland.
Talking about Hornswoggle?
Yeah, but that's not the answer. That's not the question I'm giving you. The question is, oh yeah, look at that. Look at the smile. Look at the smile just go away. Look at that. Look at the smile go away. I was just
like, yeah, that will make that ain't what I want. Like,
yeah, see, I ain't there. Here, I'm explaining it. I'm going off. But here, Hornswoggle had a modified finishing move. Had a you know what his finishing move was, right?
Is it a frog splash? Not frog splash, but
what was the name of his frog splash?
Oh, dang, man, what?
You are
wow. It ain't got nothing to do with a leprechaun, do it?
It does not.
Okay, I ain't trying to look. I only say that because of what he be wearing. A Hornswoggle splash?
The Hornswoggle splash. It was not. It was the tadpole splash. If you get it.
That tadpole. See, man, who would it?
Are you sweating? Is that sweat?
I ain't sweating, but a bit disappointed.
Fine. Let me give you some easy one. Whoa. Hey, now you got so mad, it caused a little earthquake over here. Got it.
Damn, your whole computer rise up.
Yeah, I'm like, what's going on, man? I'm like, it's just a quiz. But Devin, in this year, Jerry Lawler's unbelievable career was celebrated as his friend William Shatner inducted him into the Hall of Fame. What year was Jerry Lawler inducted into the Hall of Fame?
That was 2011.
Final answer?
I don't know. Hold on.
I don't know. He just admitted it. I don't know.
I was like, I'm not sure about that. Actually, I'm gonna take that back. 2009.
Final answer?
Yeah. Yes.
2007. 2007. Man, I ain't think I was.
What is going on here today?
Hit it straight haymaker. Justin ain't even here, and this man just sweating bullets. What is happening?
See, man, this man, he be reaching the barrels of that book, man. He reading all in the index and stuff for these questions, man. These them G League questions, man. They just sneaking up on me. These them questions that be shooting crazy in the playoffs for no reason.
Hey, I'll give you an even harder one because you ain't getting this. No, I ain't gonna get you this. I ain't gonna do that one. I thought that was an Eminem question. That was a Miz and Morrison question.
Oh, I thought he was talking about the rapper. What he in that book for?
What are you in this book? No, I was like, let me ask him this Eminem question, but nah, it was a Miz and Morrison question, and it was gonna be confusing.
What was the name of they talk though?
I could ask you a question about them, but what's the point? Hold on.
Still in fighting stance.
This man is 6'4".
That's my final answer, and I'm saying it with chest.
This man is 6'4", 240 pounds, from Worcester, Massachusetts. Signature move, the guillotine leg drop. Title history, World Tag Team Champion. This gifted superstar first appeared on WWE in late 2006 and became part of a golden quintet known as the Spirit Squad. Brazen on the mic, he wasted no time making his mark against Ric Flair, Jeff Hardy, Carlito, CM Punk, and Rey Mysterio. The night after WrestleMania 22, this man and Mikey shocked the sports entertainment world when they beat The Big Show and Kane to become World Tag Team Champions. You want me to keep going?
Yeah.
After a 7-month reign, they lost to the legendary team of the Nature Boy Ric Flair and Roddy Piper. During the 2007 draft, he was sent to SmackDown and gave the program one of WWE's brashest young superstars. He competed on the Friday night show until they parted ways in 2008.
This Kenny Dykstra?
Jesus Christ! I have to read this whole biography.
I mean, I figured it was. You know how you be. Actually, it was his partner.
Well, that's because you. Oh well, that's Dolph Ziggler. I know that's Dolph Ziggler. Step it right now. If I'm wrong,
I had to play it safe. I've been taking all these left hooks and stuff. I had to actually look in case the situation first.
I over here looked up.
You see what happened last time?
I just looked up. You want me to keep going? Yeah. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm a parent.
You the one was like, hey, if you got more context, then I'll take it.
I was like, man. See, I would give you this one, but I don't even know who that lady is. That'd be disrespectful. That's also disrespectful. I ain't gonna give you that, man. Nah, I can't give you that one. I got one more in me because what you're 1-3 right now.
I got one more in me.
If you could even list the 2-2, I could give you another question. But other than that, I just don't know. Devin, this man was 6'9", 525 pounds. 525 pounds from Harlem, New York. Signature move was the Big Splash. Title history, World Tag Team Champion. This man debuted in 1993 as a member of the rapping tag team Man on a Mission, managed by Asuka. This man and his partner Mo hoped their success inside the ring would serve as a positive influence to the inner city youth, struggling kids, and decipher right from wrong. This man went on an incredible winning streak. I can't say that thing. That'll give the whole thing away. You know what? You know what? You just got to give me this man's right name. Immediately after dismissing the fans' opinion of him, this man went on a crazy winning streak, which ultimately resulted in him winning the 1995 King of the Ring tournament.
95. He was you say he was 525 pounds?
Yeah.
I ain't mean like that. I'm just Daisy. It just helps me paint the picture. That was 1995. Dang it. Who the heck won in 95? See, man, I already know Justin would have been like, that was Vader. No, just dang. Yeah, this one got me in the chokehold. Was he black?
Huh?
I ain't mean like that. I said, was he black?
Oh, I ain't going that far. I can't go that far.
Dang. Cause yeah, you got me on this one too.
Really?
My mind cannot even picture who won in 95 King of the Ring. Like 96, yeah, that was Stone Cold. But 95, shoot. That's what I'm trying to think. Somebody that was 500 pounds.
Wow.
I can't think of the Man on a Mission, all that good stuff.
Oh, you wanted to? Mabel was the correct answer.
You know what? Oh, forget you. See, I thought that was him, but I wasn't gonna say Mabel. I would have been like Viscera, man. Big Daddy V.
He said, "Is he black?" I'm like, now why would I even give you that? Like,
that's what I thought he was. See, I don't remember him that much as Mabel, man. He was always coming out, with the brown jumpsuit on, doing that weird stuff to people. Then he was on ECW as Big Daddy V. But I'm just trying to get context with my L. That's all.
Fine. And can you at least give me the 3 years that all three of Mick Foley's personas debuted to WWE?
Cactus Jack was hold on. I'll do you one better. How about this? Dude Love was 97, right?
Final answer?
Yes.
Yep, he was 97.
All right, cool. All right, start off a good. Start on a good foot. Mankind was 96. 1996. Yes.
Correct.
Okay. All right, I sound like Perry the platypus. Cactus Jack was 2000.
Final answer?
Yes.
Cactus Jack.
That's my final
1998.
answer. I'm saying it with
when he fought. Oh dang! I just lost it.
Yes.
I just lost
correct.
it. Dang! Now I gotta go back and find it. I wish I just didn't close it
Yes,
fast enough.
sir. Wow.
But I mean, don't get me wrong. You got it wrong. But
don't get me wrong. You got it wrong.
Here it goes. It's coming up. Here it goes. In 1998, Foley made history by competing in the Royal Rumble as all three personas. Foley is Cactus Jack, teamed with longtime friend Terry Funk.
Oh, see, you know what? I was thinking about when he brought it back. That's what I was thinking of when he went against Triple H.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Nah,
This dude, man.
This man went
He
1
like
for 5
one of them.
today. This man went 1 for 5. I don't know. Look, I'm sorry. But with your percentages, I might just have to send you to the AAA. I might have to send you to AAA or AA. I'm sorry. Your betting average has been just steadily dropping, and I'm getting scared.
Hey, man, it's one of them deeps in the season, man. It's all about how I bounce back. That'll show what's really working here.
What's crazy? He say that every time. He say that every time we have a bad quiz day. Well, this just to bounce back. What's your? I'm just waiting on him to stop bouncing. Like just get just at least be on a steady pace.
Look, once we get the ball rolling, though, it ain't gonna stop. That's the thing.
Well, you can't get the ball rolling because it's steady bouncing. Like once we bounce back, you know what I'm saying? Once the bounce, you ain't gonna see nothing yet.
Hey, man, one bounce at a time.
Man, but we gotta bounce up out of here. Is there anything you want to say before we close this show out?
I do. See, he's trying to hold my spotlight again. It's about me. I'm young. All right, I might have taken some L's lately, but that don't mean nothing. Ain't about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Because that's how winning is done. All right, it didn't come out the same way, but I'm gonna leave you on that motivational speech. It's been your boy Devin Lee Crimes Jr., and I'm gonna hand it back over to my co-host, my number one hater, Isaiah Jackson Jr. Shout out to Lil Morgan. I thought this man had a vase on his chin.
I couldn't see the volume to turn it down. But yeah, man. We have to close this show out. And it's crazy. This man, shout out Liv Morgan, but it's like she just don't respond. It's not like, it's just crazy.
I mean, look, man, one day at a time. Like everything ain't gotta happen at once, It's
that's crazy. When I confessed my love to Jamie Hayter, she showed up to Arizona. I just didn't have the chance to get to see her. But Liv Morgan, never talk about it. She just goes John Cena on him. Just doesn't show up for him.
Look, man. In due time, man. Things will play out however they should play. If it don't happen, it don't happen. If it do, it do. Just know if it do, I ain't gonna be like this man. My car don't work. I can't do it. Run, man. I start jumping on the back of cars, hanging on the back of bikes.
That's the thing. He said, if it don't happen, it don't happen. He should just stop right there. Stop right there. If it don't happen, it don't happen. Yep, right there. Yep, that's right. That's just right there. Man.
See, man, Mr. Negativity, man.
Oh, man.
You looking for Izzy? He on the left side of the line.
Hey, look, but we'll be nothing but positive on Wednesday because we'll have the man, the myth, the legend, Aiden Cole. We'll be interviewing him. It'll be a pre-recorded segment. We're obviously. And we'll either have that posted. We're not going to post it on Sunday. Sunday, we'll do a show just because I feel like that's our main availability on Sundays. And then we'll take the week off next week. And Aiden Cole, we'll have that for you. I mean, the man was on AEW. He's on AWF. He has a win against over Chubby Dub. So now he's coming back to get another dub over the man for the AEW title. So look, you just look out for the interview. The interview's going to be fire. It's going to be flame, of course. But as always, thank you so much for listening. And we'll see you guys next time.